All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where everybody's opinion is still a lie. You guys, I was thinking today, I got this new setup, man. I might as well put it to use. I'm just going to keep going on the depositions. If you guys want to tune in, that's fine. I went to the Halloween store today because I wanted to try David's hairstyle for one day. And I hope you guys like it. It's not so... I don't know if my bald spot's on point or anything like that, but hope you guys like it. David, this is for you, dude. Do you like my hairline, David? It's almost matching your hairline, David. Look, I got a 5 head too, okay? So if anybody wants to tune on in, hit that like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and go over the deposition some more and talk about how basically, you know, the reruns that he's running on his channel today are basically shit that he's reposting it. And anybody that's watching his channel and thinking that this is all new content, it's not. And if you're still watching it, believing his bullshit and still giving to this man, then, you know, we don't know what to tell you out here, man. I mean, you like my hairline, Vance? You like my hairline? It's almost like David's. Yeah, I'm going to keep going over the depositions today, man. And because I've been seeing the lady that came in the chat last night, like I was looking over her channel and she was legitimately believing David. I'm trying to tell her, like, don't believe him. because there's nothing there. He has no good intentions for anybody. None. There's no good intentions there for him to basically... You know, he doesn't have like your best spiritual intentions in his mind ever. He's all about the money. He's all about the money. So, let's go smash that like. Here we are in deposition. This is day 2, February 10th, 2015, where we left off. They were just starting to talk about David helping the people that he lives with that he doesn't know about on his tax returns. Colleen's drilling him right now. Well, these people lived with you and you don't know who they are. Yeah, this is David's look post. This is David's look post shutaway. David's post shutaway look. That's probably why he wears a fucking hat all the time. Because if he lets his hair out, it's gonna look like this. Like a big fucking like he stuck his goddamn hand in a fucking light socket. All right, here we go. Deposition, this is day 2.
You would hand them your debit card
Yeah.
to go spend?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much do you think they used on your debit card?
I don't know.
That's my hair, dude.
Was it your personal debit card or JMMI's?
Most likely it was my personal card.
Most likely, but maybe
Yes.
not?
No, I think it was my personal card.
Not JMMI's? You have to answer
The only
yes or no.
time they use JMMI card is on ministry business. And they were handling a lot of ministry business, so that's separate.
So were they being given money from the ministry's debit card if they were doing ministry business?
Yeah, of course, any time any volunteer does anything on the ministry business, you know, they are able to, like if they're going out of town or whatever, they're able to buy food because the ministry takes care of all those expenses. It's normal.
So the ministry does, but not you personally?
Like I say, on ministry business, that's when the
Okay.
card is used. When it's something personal, I've helped them with my own money.
So are you saying that you provided more than 50% of the support for these 4 people?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they didn't have nowhere to stay, nothing.
But you didn't pay their rent. Do you know where they were living?
Pay the rent? What do you
I
say?
asked you if you paid their rent, and you said no.
No, I mean, They live with me, right? Are you talking about the times that they live with me?
I'm only talking about 12 and 13. So
Oh, okay. No, of course not.
of course not what?
I didn't pay their rent.
Okay,
From my
but-
acknowledgement.
I don't pay anybody's rent but my own. I actually take everybody else's rent money and pay my own bills with it.
To claim them, you have to provide a certain level of support. So are you saying that you spent, or I'm sorry, that you supported them in more than 50% of their expenses?
It has to be if it's on that thing.
But you,
If it's on that thing, it's your fucking tax paperwork, David. It's not that thing. It's your tax document. Anybody believe this shit? Like, really? He's like, well, it has to be if it's on that thing. Well, yeah, it's your fucking tax document, dude. You're supposed to know what's on your tax documents. You know that, right, David? He's like, what's a tax document? Do I need to ask Michelle about that?
you can't tell me how or anything
Yeah, because I
about
don't
it.
handle all those things anymore. I'm totally out of that. So I would rather you ask someone who knows. I'd rather just say to you, I don't know. So there's no proprietorship of me.
There's no proprietorship of me.
Tax preparer name on the return.
Okay, but what I'm trying to figure out, and I don't want to depose him, I want to just get a handle on this. You're saying that this is not JMMI expenditures.
fucking
These are
know.
personal expenditures that you personally, let me
No.
finish, that you personally paid more than 50% of their support, so you claim them as exemptions, but you can't tell me how.
Actually, I would like to say I don't know. Ask Michelle.
He's like, I don't know shit about shit, but Michelle knows everything about my shit, okay? I know the least about my shit. I know the least about my own shit, but Michelle knows everything about my shit, okay? Because she wipes my ass every day.
She
That's
would
all I
know
wanna
what
say.
you spent daily on these folks?
They would know because they handle all my personal and ministry stuff.
Who's they, when you say they?
Well, I mean, Michelle handles all personal and ministry.
What an asshole, man.
How much have you personally donated to JMMI in
Actually, Lord Pender, this is David E. Taylor, post shutaway. David E. Taylor, post shutaway, everybody, the hairdo. David E. Taylor, post shutaway.
the last 5 years?
If you know.
Approximate, that's okay.
I don't really know. Yeah, I can't say from all the sacrifices.
I've sacrificed so many fucking cheeseburgers in my life that I don't even know what to do about it anymore. I'm going hungry here. Can you please fucking throw me some cheeseburgers here? Because I'm starving already and we're only 30 minutes into this deposition. I've made so many fucking sacrifices in my life and it's counted in cheeseburgers and trips to the drive-thru.
I can't say.
What does that mean from all the sacrifices?
I mean, the sacrifices of, giving up things.
No, I'm talking about financially, not...
Oh,
Money.
so no, I can't tell you. I
But
don't
you
know.
do tell people how much you've given, yeah, don't you?
I have told them the sacrifices I've made.
You've put a dollar amount on that, haven't you?
Oh, sometimes I've given up. Yes, I've told them that over the years I have given a large sum of money to this ministry.
Okay, so what sum of money do you say when you do that?
Well, you said not in dollar amount. I'm talking about in sacrifices.
No, you put a dollar amount on it.
I
when
know
you talk.
because it is a dollar amount.
Okay, then tell me
But
what
for
dollar
certain-
amount you use when you tell people.
Oh, millions. I've given up millions for this.
Given
in
up
sacrifice.
or only in sacrifice?
In sacrifice, yes.
Millions.
Yes.
Millions. I've sacrificed millions of fucking cheeseburgers in sacrifice for this ministry. I've had to fast 2 million cheeseburgers. And that was just over the period of 2 or 3 days. Okay? That's the kind of sacrifice I give for this ministry. Is cheeseburgers. I don't really sacrifice shit except cheeseburgers.
How do you arrive at that figure?
Well, I mean, from the opportunities I've had to do other things and that kind of thing.
That would have paid you over $1 million, that would have paid you millions?
Way more than
Really?
that, yes, of course.
What kinds of things would those be?
Big Macs, cheeseburgers, Whoppers, chocolate shakes. Yeah, things like that. Those are the kind of sacrifices that I make.
Well, for number one, I'm a chef. I completed my, in college, a degree. And so I could, number one, have my own business, like my brother who's a chef does. And that alone could
Is he a
bring in...
millionaire?
No, But
Chefs usually aren't.
that's if they don't write books and do multiple chains. There's a way you can do it where I know a lot of my friends who have did very
But
well.
you've said you've used the word donate. You haven't used the word sacrifice. When you're talking
Well,
on
that's
your
what I
hold on,
mean,
let me finish.
okay.
When you're talking on your radio or your conference call or up on stage, you say I have donated millions to JMMI.
That's right.
But you're not talking dollar amount.
No, and the people know what I'm talking about.
He's a. That's right. This asshole, man. I don't know how he got his fucking driver's license, man. I don't know how the fuck he got his driver's license. I'm amazed he got his social security card.
Do you think they understand?
Oh, because I've explained, of course. You can't just listen to one show that I do and expect to understand what I'm saying if you don't follow
I've
the
listened to
ministry.
more than one show.
Oh, you got to listen to more than 3, 4, 20, or 100 to hear everything. Yeah.
To hear everything, 3, 4, 20, or 100, even of all the same bullshit. Just all your fucking whack ass fucking sermons about how you're this great Moses and you're really not. David, where are you? Where's your fucking convoy of miracles now that Florida's been hit with this big fucking hurricane? Where's your fucking convoy at, dude? Go help all these fucking people, man. Where's all your trucks at? You said you were going to be fucking ready for the big natural disaster, David. What's up, big boy? Hey there, no, we picked up where we left off last night, man.
The JMMI contribution report for 2013 shows that you donated $42,000 to JMMI in 2013. Is that true?
If that's what the report says.
He's all, if that's what the report says. Like he's all fucking smart and shit, this asshole. If that's what the report says. Yeah, it must be because that's what the report says. Me and my fucking mop top look like a fucking box of fucking Brillo pads.
How can you donate more than you actually have made in the last several years after a bankruptcy?
Because in this kind of ministry, people will walk.
Hey there, have you been on the channel before? I think you have. I think I've seen you every once in a while. I can't remember if you've been on the channel before, but yeah. We're redoing the deposition, and then we're going to go into Michelle's eventually after this one and kind of fill in all the spots because David's been doing some real shady shit, man. And he's up to no good. He's in a federal lawsuit right now, and he's basically in a fucking heap load of shit, man. He is not in good shape, dude. He is in really... the walls on this cult are fucking breaking down, like, right now as we speak. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I hope all the homies... Big shout out to all the followers down in Florida, by the way. Oh yeah, the videos he's running right now, they're all reruns, man. Yeah, they're all reruns. There's no new information coming out. He's actually spamming YouTube right now with all his bullshit ass reruns. He's where has he been? In hiding. Probably from all the fucking lawsuits and creditors calling him and shit like that, and all the fucking shady shit he's been doing. Yep. That's where he's been. Hit that like and subscribe if you're new here. He is hiding. Fuck yeah, he's hiding. He's not hiding in the mansion in Florida right now because it's gonna get flooded out. Yeah, hey there. He's been hiding, man. He's been hiding. He is hiding 100%, man. He's got fucking federal prosecutors after him, dude. No joke. He fucked with the wrong people, David. Yeah, he's in big trouble, hey there. He's not in good shape at all, man. He's been doing some really shady shit with a lot of people's money. And yeah, he's in a federal lawsuit right now for $2.2 million and counting, actually. That's not counting interest and all that other bullshit. That's just counting the lawsuit. Yeah, I have a PDF on my channel if you want to read it. It's called David E. Taylor Federal Lawsuit. The PDF is there. Just click on the Google Drive link, and you can go ahead and open up. You have to open the link, okay? Open up the link, and you guys can have access to the lawsuit if you want, and you can read it yourselves. And that way, you know I'm not bullshitting you guys. He's in trouble, man. He's not going to outrun this lawsuit. Look at all these houses he's got now. He is in deep shit, man. The deposition was just the start of it. This is where we all met David at, man. That's why we're here. We're starting over. filling in the gaps with all the bullshit he's doing, right? Yo, what up, Cutlass Supreme in the motherfucking house? Bugman22. Is it the IRS the suit is? No, Bugman22, the suit is with a stage company out of Gladeview, Florida, right? And it's a company called Movie Prop Rentals, right? So what this idiot does is he contracts this company, dude, and these guys are certified contractors, man. These guys are fucking union labor, right, Bugman? And these guys are union labor. What he does, Bugman, is he contracts these guys to go ahead and build this stage, right? And he is in way over his head on it, Bugman. He's in about they want $2.2 million is what they're asking, right? $4,000 a month in storage fees plus he owes a lot of fucking money, dude. All right. And yeah, you know, Bugman, with this one, that's why I urge everybody to file the fraud reports, man. I really do. Get involved. The fraud reports are on my channel. All you guys got to do is print them out and mail them in. You don't even have to fucking sign them. You don't even have to sign them. I think one of them you might have to just put your name on, and you can check the box, say, hey, I don't want anybody fucking knowing my name. And the IRS those are federal documents, guys. They cannot go outside of those documents, or else it would basically like fuck their case up if they ever tried to prosecute. Catch my drift. Like I put them out here and let people know I do it because I want people to know you don't need to be scared of these assholes. What is this piece of shit gonna do? Call you and be like, well, you need to stop filing fraud against me because I don't want to get in trouble. Yep. Oh, Bugman. Yo, Mikey in the motherfucking house, JB Stone. Yeah, smash that like when you get in here doing a pop-up live and going over. Bugman had a good question. Yeah, the IRS, the lawsuit, you're right. Yeah, they usually get the money themselves, right? But Bugman, the amount of money that this guy owes to a lot of different people, dude, he pulled almost a $5 million loan from a loan shark, my man. Big loan from a loan shark, dude. He still owes that money too. He doesn't only owe the stage people, but he also owes the fucking money for the new house he just bought down in Florida that's probably getting fucking slammed with water right now. That place needs a lot of money to fix up, and he still owes on it. Okay, so you got the lawsuit, you got the houses he owes on, you got the maintenance on all these properties. He is fucking burying himself in a fucking huge pile of shit. He really is. He's in a lot of trouble, guys. David's in a lot of trouble. Believe it or not, this one might get him, y'all. This one might get him, for sure. An old school bus seat, Christine Spitzer. Yeah, and Bugman, he's been in hiding and stuff like that because he's running from all these people, man. He's running from these lawyers, no doubt. They're probably trying to fucking find him. That's what I would like to think. They're probably trying to find him. Like, dude, where the fuck is this guy? They're hiding him, you guys. They don't want him found. He's got 2 places down in Florida that we know about, 2 big places. Okay, the one is in Tampa, right, and it's getting fucking hammered right now with water. The other one's in Ocala. Then he's got 5 properties up north in Missouri, in St. Louis, and Chesterfield area, right? So if he wants to move around, this asshole can move around, and he's got the means to do it. He's got fucking a bunch of different vehicles. They could play fucking shell games with vehicles. Simple. That's what I just said. Marlon Jones in the motherfucking house. David, where's his combo of miracles, dude? Go step up to the plate, dude. It's better. This is David E. Taylor, Michael Perry. Post shutaway. Once he decides to take off his fucking Nike hat, this is what his hair's going to do. It's going to be like, poof. Marlon Jones, good to see you, man. He probably does. Probably fucking smells like fucking bag of rancid bacon or some shit, man. Yeah, but yeah, Bugman. He's in a lot of trouble. Yeah. And those union guys, and you guys, Bugman, I've done the research on the place that built this stage. He's fucked, man. These people want their money, and they're not going to fucking settle for a dime less on storage fees or anything, dude. They've been moving this fucking stage around that joint for the last fucking year and a half at $4,000 a month in storage fees. They want their fucking money. There's no way any kind of judge be like, oh yeah, you can skip out on the $60,000, $70,000 worth of storage fees, because those storage fees right now, they're not going down, they're going up. They're going up $4,000 every month, $1,000 a week. David, that's what you're paying, $1,000 a week for that storage. Okay, we read the lawsuit, David. You're fucking buried in that stage, dude. We knew it. You should have just hired us to be your fucking cost justification and your board, David, and you wouldn't have been in any of this bullshit. We probably could have fucking like had your fucking ministry flourishing, dude. But no, you're too fucking arrogant and you're too fucking greedy, and you just got a fucked up hairline. He's like, I wish I had those 2 pallets of water right now. Right, Merlin Jones. Yeah. Right on, Bugman. Right on. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Do a comb over. Like lick it over. Yeah, he's going to be hiding out, JJ. That's a good point. He's going to be hiding out with his main church members, man. He's going to be hiding out with Michelle, Joseph, Tony. Well, no, see, and that's the thing, man. These guys are fucking moving around. They're playing shell games. They really are. They don't want to be found by anybody, you guys. Not right now. You think they want to be found? Fuck no, these guys don't want to be found. We know they're definitely not in fucking Tampa, right? In Lutz, because that place is probably just getting fucking hammered right now. Okay. And this wig is squeezing my fucking head, so I gotta take it off. Hang on. Holy shit. Okay, that was too much for a minute. Okay, so we know for sure he can't hide in Tampa, guys, right? Because of the fucking hurricane right now, right? And Chris Comp, shout out to you, my boy. Hope you're doing okay. We got a Paris Pocket Traveler down there. We got Joe Gonzalez 22 down there in Florida. So you guys, send your thoughts out to him, man. Yeah, Bugman, I ain't stopping, man. I'm not stopping. There's no way, man. But yeah, JJ, he's definitely going to be hiding out with his church members because they're going to be his so-called like bodyguards, right? They're going to protect him at all costs pretty much. But with the house of cards falling like this, you would think that some people would be like, yeah, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and fucking kick rocks now because we see all the bullshit that's going on with you. But in the end time, it's like some of these people don't even have a fucking place to go, man. So that's the shitty thing about it, is like these people are kind of bound to him by sunken cost fallacy, man. And it fucking sucks, dude. Yep, that's it. Lutz, Florida, Lutz. Lutz, that's right where he's at in Avila Golf and Country Club, 706 Guisando de Avila. That's the house he just bought from Darcy Glazer Kaswitz, the Buccaneers assistant coach. Yep, he bought that house from her. $8.4 million. Somehow he secured a fucking $4.8 million loan. It was a 8.4. It's just under 9 million, man. It was like right around the 9 million mark. I would like to think after signing costs and everything, it was probably just around 9 million, right? So he pulls just over $4.5 million loan, like $4.9 million loan, right? To help secure the house, the fucking mansion. It's a fucking castle, really. It really is. You see it, and it's like another fucking Jeffrey Epstein fucking playground, man. It's real eerie when you see it. You're like, oh man, that fucking screams fucking creeper status, and it really does. You see it, and it's absolutely just ridiculous on how big this place is. Because at the end of the day, what does this guy need it for? So yeah, I'm with you, Chris or JJ. Definitely hiding out with the members. Yeah, they don't want him caught. They're gonna keep him hidden at all costs, man. They will keep him hidden, right? Because if he goes down, the whole fucking shit, the whole shit will go down for sure. Texas, Vance. Texas, country Texas, man. Yep, I'm in Texas, man. That's why I don't really, like, people say I need to be careful, you guys. I do worry sometimes, but for the most part, I don't, because Texas is constitutional carry, dude. People don't fuck around here, man. It would take a lot. It would be real brave of them to even come around my house. And they know where I live. They know exactly where I live. I know where the fuck they live. So the feeling's mutual, But at the end of the day, Vance, I'm not going to do anything to them. We're doing enough damage right here as a group that we don't have to I don't have to get my ass up out of this chair and do it. And that's just fine by me, man. You make noise where you can, man. Where's most noise made? On social media today, right? Yeah, there are some members in this group that have been a part of his cult. Yeah, and it's a cult, and the members that have come out of the group tell us it's a cult, and that's the cool thing about it. Hey, there is because they came out of this place, and these are real Christian people saying, yeah, this place is a fucking cult. We got 1, 2. There's some other people. There's several. I think all in all that we have either stopped from going into his place. I think there's probably about 10 or 15 people that have either been a part, were gonna go, or were somehow connected. There's quite a few people in here. Yeah, it's a cult. It's a cult. Nope, he's not emailing me anymore, Cutlass Supreme. Nah, he's not emailing me anymore, brother. Yeah, JB Stone, that's what he's doing. What he did with the last one in 1280 Southwest 38th Street in Ocala, Florida, is that one was quick claimed over to him, dude. That one was given to him. It was like quick claim to him, then he quick claimed it to the church. It was a series of quick claim deeds, dude. Really shady shit, my brother. That's where all this money's going. That's where he's pushing all this fucking shady shit through his real estate. Like he's laundering money through real estate. Not filing his taxes, jumping around names, taking the loss. Like it's full on fucking white collar, huge tax evasion crimes are going on here. The government's saying, oh, there's nothing going wrong here. We're sitting here with our heads up our ass. Huge cult, man. Huge cult. It's like, hey there, it's like a hyper cult, man. It really is. There's so many different dynamics to this cult, and I think that's what makes it so interesting to us is there's so many different interests. Like, you can look at this cult one way, and then you'll see... Fuck, man. I mean, this guy's saying he's going to go on a convoy of miracles, heal all these fucking people at an arena, right, with this huge stage that he's in a lawsuit with now. I mean, where is the government going to step in and say, fucking time out, homeboy? Time the fuck out. He's been doing this shit for what? We found him on the Deposition, right? 2017 is when the Deposition hit, I think, give or take. So why, at what point, we got involved? We're all here because of him. So yeah, it's a full-blown cult, man. But yeah. Let's get back in the Deposition, though.
Walk up to me and want to give me personal gifts of this amount of money, and I give it over to the ministry instead of receiving it. And I have them write it out to the ministry instead of me.
I am the ministry.
So you're saying that isn't that a double dip? If you're saying that people go up and give you money and you say,
It's such a
write it to
dumb
the
shit, man.
ministry, and then you get credit for that donation, as does the person who made it?
Well, that's my personal way of showing also contribution of people who want to give me money personally for my life, and I just tell them to give it to the ministry.
Do you report that as gift income to you?
No, because I tell them to write it out to the ministry.
So how do you come up with $42,000 that you donated when it didn't come from you, it came from a third party?
Well, we use those records to show what I am, beside my tithes and offerings that I give out of my paycheck. We just show kind of what is being given to me on a yearly basis, or presented to me, actually. So, sometimes it's higher or lower, but...
People come up and give you cash?
No.
Never cash?
No.
Do they write a check out to you, David Taylor?
They have, but I don't receive it. I tell them to scratch it out and write it in the ministry's name.
But then you get credit for the $42,000.
But the ministry is really me, so I have them just write the check out and turn it around, and I cash it anyways, and I put the money in my pocket. JMMI is bankrupted, by the way. He's going to bankrupt it. You guys, there's so much shady shit going on with this. David, the walls are closing in.
It just shows that I channel that money there instead of to myself.
So you're...
It actually means I did channel the money to myself, and yeah, I still channeled it to myself.
You're saying you don't accept cash.
No.
If somebody were to give cash, who would it go to?
The Big Mac Fund on top of the refrigerator at the residential center. That's where it would go. Nowhere else.
GMMI.
No, personally, I mean,
GMMI.
but whom?
Offering bucket, offering plate. I don't.
Well, if somebody's going to give you $5,000 in cash, who would that be handed to?
The people who take up the money and count the money. And that could be anybody.
What
on
if
the
it
staff.
wasn't, you think, I'm not talking about somebody putting in a donation bucket. I'm talking about somebody's got $5,000 cash and they want to give it to JMMI. Who would be the person that would be designated to receive that kind of donation?
Well, our financial committee, Michelle is over that, so you could just say her.
So
Put her.
Michelle would be who was designated to receive cash donations of a large amount.
Yeah, to put it in the ministry. Yeah.
To put it in the ministry, which means, once again, my Big Mac Fund. All cash donations go to the Big Mac Fund.
That's really I don't know how to answer that question.
You don't know how to answer any fucking questions for that matter, David. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that question, but Michelle does. She can answer any question. She's actually the best Jeopardy contestant.
Why?
I really don't, because it's mostly, people don't give like that. They give into the offering plate. They never give it to us personally. They give into our envelopes, and or if they're going to put cash, it gives it in the bucket. So honestly,
It's actually a bucket of crispy fried chicken that they give me.
I think we should scratch that. We've never received money like that. The money we receive comes through donation plates, and then it's taken in the back and counted and deposited in the ministry.
So it would have to be at a service?
Yes.
So when Debbie gave you a couple, 1.2 million or wherever we are on that, she did it at a service?
I don't recall. I'm not quite sure when. I know she gave a wire.
Yeah.
From what I know, it's a wire. So.
A wire transfer?
Yeah, and people do that all the time in our ministry.
It's a wire? A wire transfer? Yeah, that's exactly what a fucking wire transfer is, David. It's a wire transfer, okay? A wire? Yeah, I guess it's a wire.
So how would that be that would be set up? Who would be doing that in your ministry?
I know Michelle is over that.
Oh, Michelle's over everything.
So did you talk to Debbie about this wire transfer?
No, Michelle.
Fucking motherfucker.
You had no conversation with Debbie about that?
No.
This guy, dude. Look at him sitting there fucking gnawing on his fucking lip. And what makes it even worse is you can hear it in his fucking mic, man. That's what makes it even more aggravating. Is he's here. And it's fucking disgusting. Sorry, I didn't mean to mimic his fucking behavior, but it is.
Did you ever request or in any way talk to Debbie about contributions to the ministry?
No, I mean, I talk to everybody who comes to the meeting about that, so that would be yes.
Other than at a general meeting, did you have any smaller group conversations?
Coolio died. Gangsta's Paradise died, man. Coolio died. 1963 to 2022. Coolio died.
With her about money?
Really, no.
None.
No, not that I know of. Other than when she had already given money and said she wanted to give, so I had Michelle finish up talking to her about that.
So you did talk to her after she had given money?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She had already asked him too, have you ever talked to Debbie about giving money? He's like, oh, no, I haven't. So here we have perjury again.
yeah, I wanted to know what was going on, and so Michelle filled me in, and I talked with her briefly,
So what did Michelle tell you?
just that she wanted to donate, and that she had given through wire and that kind of thing.
And so then you talked to Debbie.
Yeah.
And what did you say to Debbie?
Give me more of your fucking money, Debbie. That's what I wanted. Give me more of your money. You didn't give me enough of the $1.5 million from your settlement. I need more. I need more for my Big Mac fund on top of the fridge at the residential center.
I just told her thank you, and that was about it. And the ministry appreciated that.
My pocketbook appreciated that. My pockets appreciated that. The residential center appreciated that. Rest in peace, Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise. Yeah, Coolio died, man. Coolio died. Yep. Well, that's the only way we all get out of here, guys. That's the only way we all get out of here, man. Accept it. It's part of life, man. It's the only way we're all going to get out of here. David, you too. That's the only way you're getting out of here. Smash that like, y'all.
Did you inquire of her the source of those funds?
No, because I never usually do that when people give money like that.
Would it be a concern to you if it meant that she was ultimately going to be homeless in the next year? Would it be?
I really don't give a fuck if she's going to be homeless or not. I got what I wanted, and she can go live on the fucking street for all I care.
Of course, I would have never allowed that.
Bullshit. Rick Frazier told me, you piece of shit, that after he asked you to give back just $100,000, you told him, no, be ridiculous. And this, you guys sat right next to each other in court. Real shit. David, Rick asked you back for some of the money, and you said, don't be ridiculous, you piece of shit.
I didn't find out till afterwards about this.
What did you find out?
I mean, just what you were telling me,
What Mr. Potts shared with you?
Right.
Anybody else?
Rick, of course, came up to me in the first court proceedings and started saying stuff like that, but I didn't believe him because of the kind of spirit and character he has, so I didn't really take nothing he said true. But when Mr. Potts shared with me certain...
When I found out that I was going to get fucked over, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
things, because I saw what had really happened.
And what was your understanding of what had happened?
That she had donated a large sum, and she gave a lot of money that she didn't really, a lot of it she didn't have to give. I mean, beside the stuff she has to pay for. So
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said that I found out that she gave a lot of her money that she didn't have to give, she couldn't afford.
And I had the chance to give it back to her, and I didn't because I'm a greedy fucking piece of shit. I didn't give any of her money back. I told Rick to fucking basically get fucked in a polite way. And, yeah, that's why I'm sitting in this deposition. That is, you guys, for real, that FaceTiming with Rick, right? That's why he told me he deposed David. That's what he told me. He said, he's like, I asked him, I was like, hey, dude, just give her back $100,000, dude, so she can at least start a life for herself. So she's got something to start on. And he told me, like, the way he said it to him, he was like, don't be ridiculous. Real shit, guys. Real shit. Not bullshitting about that part, man. I felt bad for Rick. I mean, I'd be pissed too, man. Put yourself in Rick's shoes for one moment, guys. And I'm just saying, guys and gals, put yourself in Rick's situation, right? You divorce your wife, split her a big fucking settlement, enough to fucking buy a fat house, start a nice life, right? And she gives it all to this piece of shit. She gives it all to this asshole right here. And put the shoe on both foot. Put the shoe on Debbie and Rick's foot. Wear both shoes. Wear both sides of the shoe, right? Don't just wear one side of it. Look at it from both sides. Gives the money to this piece of shit, right? And then David's like, oh, well, we don't know where the money's at now. What would you guys do in this situation? It's a shitty situation. Like the amount of money that's surrounding this entire case, this entire individual right here, you guys, it's got to be just an insane amount of money, lawsuits, fucking lives, everything. Everything, man. Imagine how many lives this asshole has destroyed because of his fucking greed. Hundreds? Probably, yeah. I would like to think hundreds. Probably more. And yes, David's just a fucking greedy asshole. He is very greedy. His money is his only get down. But put yourself in Rick's situation. Put yourself in Debbie's situation. I mean, I guess overall, really put yourself in Rick's situation. Because Debbie went back to him and asked him for more money after she gave it all up to this asshole. She went back to Rick, well, I need more money. And Rick was like, well, what did you just do with all that money I gave you? And Debbie says, well, I gave it up to my pastor. And he's like, well, what the fuck? You gave it up to this guy? Pastor? Whatever the fuck it is? It has nothing to do with race. It was a lot of money that she just fucking said, here you go. You can have it all. Yeah, I can't. I don't recommend anybody do that, okay? I get you. No violence. But yeah, I'm probably sure. I could definitely agree with that situation. I can agree with your opinion on that. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. David has no doubt pissed off a lot of people in this, man. A lot of people. There's more people involved here than we even talk about on the channel. There's people, sources and shit that I talk to that they don't want, and they're on the channel too. They're sources, but they're on the channel. Not tonight. They're not here tonight, but sometimes they're on the chats and stuff. And they follow this for a certain reason. Everybody follows this for a certain reason. Something struck a nerve with everybody for a certain reason with this asshole. Everybody's got a different trigger on this asshole. Let's get back to
a lot of that.
Did Debbie ever talk to you about her finances?
No, that's the thing.
Did she ever talk to Michelle, if you know?
No.
You're a fucking liar.
Did you have any understanding of what her financial wherewithal was?
No, we sure didn't.
He's so fucking full of shit, man. I sure didn't, but I sure knew about the fucking $1.3 million she put in my fucking pocket.
Do you understand there's a court order that says she can't give any money to JMMI or any other?
If you know.
I said, did you know?
Hey there. Hey, see Tom? Tom Bombadil? We call him Tommy Gun. I think Chuck Wood coined him that name. We call him Tommy Gun now. Tom right here, hey there, was involved in David's cult for how... Tom hit it up with hey there. He was curious if there's anybody in the group that's from the cult, man. And I'm glad you're in here because he was asking if there was, Tom. And he might have some questions for you, man. And I was wondering if you might want to be happy to answer for him in the chat, dude. He might want to hear some things about it, you know. He was asking if there's anybody here from the cult, man.
No.
You aren't aware of the court order?
No.
The court order says she can't give you any money?
No. This just was...
No, it's been in effect for a long time.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
Okay, she didn't tell you that?
No.
Even if there was a court order, I still wouldn't give a fuck.
Did Debbie tell you that she was not seeing her children or had severely cut back seeing her children based on her finances?
No.
She didn't share anything about that with you?
The only thing I found out through Michelle that she had told Michelle is just that what her ex-husband was doing to her.
And what was that?
Well, basically just keeping her from the children and taking her to the rigmarole.
The rigmarole. Okay, see, here, once again, right? He opened himself up for this line of questioning, man. Right here.
Do you understand that he can't do that personally, that the court has to issue orders?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Well,
That piece of shit, he's all irrelevant. fucking mimics the exact same thing that his fucking lawyer says to the fucking lawyer that's deposing him. Irrelevant. The fuck out of here, David. David, this is why we're here. Shit like this.
Here,
That's
No, I want his understanding,
no.
for what purpose?
so that Debbie doesn't repeat.
Debbie's not on trial here.
No, it's
He's
not.
on trial here.
It's not about trial.
What's it for?
Do you understand there are court orders issued from the judge about Debbie's parenting time?
If you know.
No, I don't. I'm not involved in that.
Bullshit. He fucking knows there was because Michelle fucking knew about it. If Michelle knew, fucking so did David. Fucking lying right here. Just a month later, Michelle was deposed and she's like, yeah, we knew about all the fucking court orders. Yeah, we knew about them. So if prosecuting attorneys would tie these two depositions together with all the IRS forms and all the properties and all the shit we've been saying about this asshole, you guys will probably uncover one of the biggest fucking money laundering Ponzi fucking schemes in fucking church history. This is just one of them. But this is just a start. You got to start somewhere. You guys start with this one, you guys will learn. The authorities, not you guys, but our government. If they start with this asshole, if they start with this idiot, they will learn how to stop these fucking corrupt churches, which is exactly what they need to do. This guy's just a bullshit ass fucking cult. Yeah, Michelle has a deposition. Yeah, fuck yeah, she had a deposition. Fuck yeah. You want to switch over real quick? We can do that. Hang on, stand by.
At the doctor's office, you get the care that's best for you. But insurers and their PBMs, they decide if you'll get your medicines and what they'll cost. So you wind up battling PBMs for your medicines instead of battling your illness. Go to pharma.org/betterway. Paid for by Pharma.
The Motorola Edge, a camera for when things get shaky. And a display that'll show you colors there aren't names for.
Okay, so we'll go back to that, but is it fair to say that when Miss Frazier goes there, that's where she goes to St. Louis, that's where she would go to work?
She does, yes. Mhm.
Any other location that she would go to work?
She doesn't, unless it's to the Northeast headquarters in Taylor,
In
Michigan.
Taylor? Okay. All right, we'll get back to that. Back to the documents. The third thing on the addendum, excuse me, is any and all documentation evidencing JMMI deposit information
Sorry, okay.
reflects all donations made
I
by
was muted.
Deborah Frazier from April 1st, 2014 to the present, including but not limited to the following deposits.
Tony, come on, fix this. Tony, can you fix this, please? Tony, check, mic check, 1, 2, Tony. Come in, Tony, over. Tony. Mic check, Tony, 1, 2, 3. Michelle Brennan's a liar. Mic check. All right, here we go. Back to Michelle Brennan being a liar. Here we go. All right, so they got Debbie working even though they scammed her for the money, okay? So Michelle knows the whole fucking get down. She knows exactly what's going on here. Michelle's not dumb. Michelle's fucking probably smarter than everybody in that cult put together.
It's made into JMMI Bank of America account ending 2449. The $5,000 deposit made on July 14th, 2014. The second $5,000 deposit made on same date. The $8,120 deposit made on October 6, 2014. The $7,548 deposit made on October 6, 2014. And the $6,943 deposit made on the same date, or any and all deposits where Deborah Frazier donated money to the Rosh Hashanah offerings. The deposit made on or around December 10th that reflects $1,000 to the crusade donation, as indicated on the giving statements that were produced by JMMI. So it's basically documentation that you have of donations that Deborah made. So do you have those documents?
I'm not talking right now. Cutlass Supreme.
I know that we supplied in the bank statements prior that showed the wire transfers that were done, any wire transfers that were done, and any deposits that we had record of. So any additional, like, bank statements and things like that, or copies of the checks, no.
Well,
Okay, so now right here what she's saying is, oh, we don't keep records of any of the copies or the checks or anything like that. And mind you guys, check the date out. Michelle went in, and I'm with you, Chuck. Who was that left the... Yeah, Chuck Wood. There's temptation to cut Michelle slack considering David's mental grip on her. You're right. I agree. But make no mistake, everybody, she is fucking critical to David's extortion. Fuck yeah. Without Michelle, the gig wouldn't happen because David's too dumb to fucking do anything smart like Michelle. Michelle, you take Michelle out of the fucking equation? Fuck, man. Be a fucking financial nightmare. David would have everybody living out on the fucking street, man. That's the shit part about it. That's the shit part about this cult, man.
we asked you to bring those specifically so that you could testify from them today.
And I understand I do not have access to that.
Once again, she's like, we asked you to bring this, and then she's like, oh, I don't have access to it. David said you had fucking access to it all, Michelle. You fucking lie. See how this is all going, guys? Start pointing the finger, right? Start pointing the finger at each other. I don't have access to it. Ashley Ware has access to it.
Bank account myself. I'm not the one that has access
Isn't
to
that in the information we've already turned over?
it. It is, yes, sir.
I don't believe it is. Not
Yes, sir, it
completely.
is.
There were,
Well, some of the items, there is no information to show
okay.
specifically donations made by Ms. Frazier, which is part of the problem. There's no way necessarily knowing.
well,
You
don't
can
you
ask
keep,
her how she,
don't you keep record of donations?
If somebody gave a donation and they put their information down on an offering envelope, we keep record of that. And that was supplied to you guys.
Do you,
A list of donors that you guys had requested or asked for, we submitted that to you.
Some fucking whack-ass list, though. Really wasn't. Debbie was the big donor that year. She had the biggest fucking... It was just some... It wasn't even really a proper donor list, you guys. It really wasn't. Yeah. Fucking huge lies. Look at her just going in there. And we'll pick out some body language here, too, in a minute when she starts really fucking lying.
If they did not complete an offering envelope, then I do not have that information.
you don't take what's on the check?
If they have a check, yeah, if they wrote a check.
If there's
Other than
cash in there,
If there's cash and they put it on an offering envelope that was them, it's recorded, and you would have been supplied that on that donor list.
Bullshit. If it was cash, they would have fucking pocketed it. If fucking cash donations, oh, cash donation, fucking rip that motherfucker up, throw it away, shred it, get rid of that piece of shit. Cash donation, put that in my pocket right here. That never came through here.
all right, we'll get back to that. All paperwork regarding Deborah Frazier's financial pledge made during the JMMI June Crusades. Do you have that?
Her pledge made,
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
knows
it's
exactly
noted
what
on
the
your
fuck she's
documents.
talking about, too.
I don't have a pledge made. What I have is whatever was supplied to you guys in
Bullshit,
terms of what she
Michelle.
gave, the
Fucking
list
liar.
of donor information that she submitted, and the copy of the bank statements.
Well, you have a notation that it's, I think, seed money from the
I have
It's
for
seed money.
JMMI.
JMMI, someone.
JMMI is
have
now
a copy?
bankrupt, and it's a fucking corrupt organization,
Yeah,
just
one
like
on
David's corrupted my whole fucking life in my mind. Sorry, having desk issues.
That's one of them.
I was glowing. Yeah, for her to sit here, for her to just sit here and lie like this, like she doesn't know what the fuck like they're talking to her about, what makes it even worse. It just shows how big of a fucking liar she is, just like David. And she knew, you guys, you got to remember, she knew she was gonna fucking get deposed. She knew. They can't say they didn't fucking know this time. That's for goddamn sure. Can't say, oh, we didn't know we were gonna get deposed. We didn't know. Yeah, the federal prosecutors ain't gonna fucking buy it this time, Michelle. You can't say, oh, we didn't know we were gonna get deposed, okay? Well, yeah, you're fucking getting deposed this time because you guys fucking tried to stiff a fucking legitimate company for $2 million. So this time, you guys are getting it in... you guys are getting it big this time, man. Yep, and it's absolutely going to David's pockets, man. Absolutely going to David's pockets, nowhere else. Michelle might get a fucking cheeseburger here and there, but she even says in this deposition that she had to borrow money from the fucking cult, so which leads me to believe that she's fucking broke and hurting for money. If she's got to borrow money from this asshole, tells me she ain't got fucking shit.
You can go off the record for a minute, just so I can...
We are going off the record. It is 9:33 a.m. We are back on the record. It is 9:35 a.m.
So, you presented... I'm going to use this. You've already marked.
Well, those are marked by your court reporter when you
Yeah,
were
I know.
stuck out here. So, I mean, they
Yeah.
have the original markers on them somewhere.
I know, that's why I was seeing if these are... No.
Well, yeah, and yeah, let's tune in on this. You guys are on it, man. Bruce Parkins, Chuck Wood. He stepped in late. Nothing new from the stage suit yet. The stage suit has been set for June or July of next year. That is when Discovery's supposed to be due. Okay. Discovery's supposed to be due next year. Excuse me. And the bank info, right. Bruce Parkins, that's why this suit is federal, is because David is a nonprofit in Missouri, right? And he came down to Florida. Like, he's doing a lot of shady shit, man. And the fact that he's starting to move money and do business across state lines, and it's starting to fucking go corrupt. I mean, we know it's been fucking corrupt. We've been out here saying it for fucking the last few years. Like, hey, dude, this is a fucking corrupt cult right here, laundering money. And just now, it's fucking finally starting to pick up steam, hopefully, you know? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Yeah, Nate Johnson. Yeah, Michelle affair with David will come out next. We know Michelle's concubine number one, man. Michelle, we know you are concubine number one. We know it. You're the Ghislaine Maxwell of this cult, actually, Michelle. That's what we compare you to. We compare you to Ghislaine Maxwell. Because you no doubt groom women for David. You groom women for David just like fucking Ghislaine Maxwell did for Jeffrey Epstein. Same dynamic, same bullshit. It really is. It's a sick fucking game you guys are playing with people's lives, Michelle. And you know what the fuck you're doing. You're not dumb. You're smarter than David. You know you're the brains of this fucking place. It would be wise of you to probably just go fucking turn yourself in at this point. Take all the fucking bank accounts and everything you know and just fucking turn yourself in. But I think you're too fucking arrogant, just like David, to fucking go down and just walk the fucking plank. Yeah, she's fucking dumb, dude. It's dumb for her to sit there and act like she knows. Let's go on.
Well, I need to have a exhibit marked, and I'm not sure what you did in terms of marking the exhibits from the date February 12th when I wasn't there. What system you used, do you know?
It should be numbers, and they should have her name and the date on them. So if you want to remark them for today, you can start with number
We'll do
one
that.
and redate them.
We'll do that.
She definitely looks very fucking uncomfortable sitting there.
So in terms of number 3, when we're talking about the bank statements regarding the deposit information from Deborah, you're saying your answer to that request is?
But we've supplied you with the list of donor information that she required of all her givings. But I also supplied you when we met here or met at your office for the
Right.
last, that you were already, you were unavailable
I was
that day.
in
You were
court.
here in court. We had submitted a statement of Deborah's givings for the previous year that was issued that she would file with her taxes.
Okay, you refer to things as promise seed or pledges in some of your ledgers.
Okay, I don't do the ledgers.
Who does?
Oh, well, that's pretty funny. David says you do the ledgers. Well, who does the fucking ledgers, Michelle? David said you did them. Now you're saying you don't do them? No wonder they can't fucking catch these idiots. These guys, our fucking government's so fucking moronic, man. I swear. We should be running the fucking government.
Does the ledgers?
That would be Ashley Ware, and I didn't document that way, so I am not sure.
How is it that a
Hey, thanks, Nate Johnson, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, dude, this shit's gotta stop, Nate. This shit's gotta fucking stop, dude. This is absolutely ridiculous. This asshole's been allowed to go on like this. Same with fucking Michelle. Look at her. Look at her hair right here. Look at her hair. Like she's hiding behind her hair. This is body language. She's starting to get real uncomfortable right here. Watch. The hair over the eye. Watch. When she gets behind her eye, watch.
pledge from June that's not received until the future month, July? How is that documented?
Well, it depends. I mean, if somebody calls in and says, I want to pledge this amount, but I don't have the money, we write it down, and typically it's documented that way.
Write it down in what?
Well, they write it down on a spreadsheet or some type of a ledger. But it depends on who they call into, who they speak to. And right now, we're in a situation where we're trying to become more organized. So I'm not saying that we have everything.
Because we're so fucking disorganized, because David's just a fucking idiot. Justin Thomas, has he done a live show in a while? No, he hasn't, Justin Thomas. The last time he came out live was actually a recording, all right? It was a recording. David hasn't done shit live in shit since last August, last year, since his birthday. Like, going on 2 years, dude. Going on 2 years. It's over 2 years. It's going on 2 years that we've, I think, seen him live, right, guys? What is it, a year or 2 years, guys? We saw him going to Shutaway in the pandemic, July 2020, right? When he did his last birthday shit show. That was the last time we saw David. But no, Justin Thomas, he hasn't done anything live. He hasn't held a sermon live. He hasn't done anything, man. Michael H. Long in the house. Yeah, it's bad. Like, Michelle's caught up in this, man. She is caught up in a very bad way. Like, you think for 1 second, Michelle, that you're not going to get questioned in this fucking federal case? You're fucking tripping.
Organized.
Anytime I asked David Taylor any questions about finances, he deferred to you and said that you know all this.
Okay.
So in terms of promise seed donations, explain to me, this is a crusade promise seed from Deborah Frazier. That's how it's notated on the ledger. Explain what that means.
I would have to talk to Deborah to find out exactly what she meant by that, or Ashley to find out exactly why she wrote it that way.
Who's Deborah?
Frazier?
Oh, you'd have to ask. Deborah would have noted that?
Well, if she put it down on a sheet that it was a promise seed, I would have to ask her, what do you mean by this promise seed? I don't know.
You don't know if Deborah did that?
I honestly do not know.
Michelle, get the fuck out of here. You know exactly what the fuck is going on here. You know every fucking move. Michelle, for you to say you don't know what's going on with the finances, Come on, man. You expect us to believe you? This is the famous Axe Michelle Brannon, everybody.
Where would this kind of note keeping or bookkeeping be done?
I thought she was black. I really did. I thought Michelle was a black lady. Turns out she's white. I was like, okay, cool. I was expecting to see a black lady. I don't know why, but I just was. When he said Michelle, I don't know what to find out. It's just fucking...
Depends. If she attended services in Taylor, it would have been done in Taylor. If she attended services in St. Louis or...
Okay, hey there. You guys, let's go ahead and fill Hey There in, okay? He seems to be kind of new. So, hey there. The depositions are because this lady they're talking about, Debbie Frazier right here, dude gave up almost like, it was like a $1.3 million divorce settlement to David. And that's why the depositions are here, is because she went back to the ex-husband and said, hey, I need more money. Long story short, I'm going to shorten it up for you real quick. Divorce from Rick Frazier, right? Debbie divorced Rick, right? Or other way around. Whatever. They fucking divorced, okay? They split up. Debbie got a settlement, gave the settlement to David, went back to Rick, said, I need more money. Rick questioned Debbie, where's the money? Debbie says, well, I gave it to David. And then deposition. Well, if you want more money, I need to know where the money went. I'm going to depose you. Where's the money going? You want more money? You just got a fucking small settlement? Well, there's no fucking way you could have given over that money or spent all that money that quick. But she gave it all up to David and this fucking cult. Left her family high and fucking dry, dude. Bad situation, dude. Bad dude, hey there, this is like a full, like, you know who Jim Jones is, my brother? Think of like, this is like a hyper cult, bro. I don't even, there's a lot of different dynamics to it, man. There really is. There's a lot of sick, fucking twisted mind control dynamics to it, man. And I think that's why we're all here, is because we are interested in that dynamic. Yep. A lot of shit, man. I mean, Rick's a scam artist too, dude. Rick, I've done my research on Rick too, dude, and Rick isn't any better, bro. He just never got caught doing the scams like David did. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because overall, Rick, Rick's a nice guy. He is, but he's a fucking scam artist too, like David. He just didn't get caught. Yeah, he did. He's a nice guy. I talked to him. Hey there. He was a nice guy. He's a very, very nice spoken man. He really was. I have no complaints about that. He really was. And I'll tell him, Rick, you were. I enjoyed the conversation. But at the end of the day, when I uncovered the bullshit you were doing, dude, you pulled a fucking huge scam too, dude. You were doing just the same shit, only you didn't get caught, man. You didn't get caught, Rick. But you were doing it against a fucking veterans fucking charity, Rick. All right? Come on, dude. I get it, but you don't do that to veterans, okay? You don't do that. I read up all the articles and shit, what I could find, and it was a shady fucking deal. But David got caught. Rick is into like a non-profits, man. Cutlass Supreme. Rick is into like a lot of non-profit business and shit like that, because at the end of the day, dude, really, non-profit is like just a way to fucking launder money from the IRS. It really is. If you do your shit right, like, dude, there's people that are, check this out, dude. There's a fucking like a satanic temple that actually runs a non-profit for animals, dude. Fuck, what's the name of it? Oh, let's see if I can get my boyfriend the name of it. Stand by. Somebody might know it in this chat. Hang on, stand by. I'm gonna find it. Like real shit. It's ran by a bunch of fucking saint worshippers, dude. For real. It is. It's ran by it's like a satanic cult. Let's see here. Stand by. I'll put it out in another chat one night. But yeah, there's a fucking an animal shelter that's ran by like a really shady fucking satanic cult. Yeah, me too. I hope yeah. Yep, I do too. What was the question? Residential Center St. Louis of America's Residential Centers of America's lease to own. Hey, there's new to the chat, and we're kind of catching him up on everything. That was kind of the gist of it. And excuse me, I was telling him about Rick. You know, Rick overall is a nice guy, yeah, but he fucking scammed a veterans charity, man, and you just don't do that. Sorry, Rick. You don't do that, man. And you guys, if you do the digging on it, it was like it was settled out of court, and there were documents destroyed and shit, you know, on Rick's side, which leads me to believe, why the fuck are you destroying documents, man, on a nonprofit, on a charity for veterans? Not okay. That's not okay, Rick. You did a bad thing. Yeah, no problem. Hey there. Right on, Tom. Glad you could join us. Let's get back to Michelle, though, man.
She came to St. Louis and she made her pledge there. It would have been done there.
Where was the June crusade?
I would have to look at the calendar. We have multiple crusades a year. Do you have the date?
You got the date.
No, I don't. It just says June crusade promise.
Was it 2014?
Right.
Okay, it would have been until.
And you're saying that Deborah Frazier could have made her own notations on the donations?
It's possible.
It's possible.
So when I ask you for all information regarding financial pledges made from Deborah for June, including donation checks, tithing envelopes, deposit tickets, paperwork showing how much cash was received, deposited, who donated, the deposit ledgers, general ledgers, notes, spreadsheets, whatever would document her donations from April 1st to 2014. What did you bring in satisfaction of that?
Well, I know that we had supplied the bank statements prior to this. We supplied our list of donors, and I also gave you what Debbie gave for the entire year on what we supplied to her to file with her taxes. A lot of times we
What's
do.
What's the reference to, I forget what you call that, IRS documentation, what is referred to by number?
Her statement. I'm not sure.
Are you talking about the 990 form?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be on the 990.
Just the total amount.
The total amount. Yeah.
Bullshit. They have to issue them a fucking 990 if they give over a certain amount. Once it hits a certain amount, they have to fucking issue a 990 by law. That's all the bullshit they're doing, man, is they're doing all this shady shit, man. They're not issuing forms out when they should be. The 990 shows what a donor gives. That is... Yeah, she's not showing her typical smart attitude, man. Yeah. That's a good question, man. Michelle, how did you get roped into all this, man? How did you get sucked into all this? Like, you seem like you're pretty intelligent and that you fucking got a good head on your shoulders. And you get roped into this fucking cult, man? Like, come on, Michelle, you don't see what's going on? You're smart. Michelle, you're fucking smarter than this, and we know that. We know that. A lot of people look, Michelle, people are questioning, how the fuck did you get sucked into this bullshit? You used to work for this apparent oil company, Michelle? Look how far you've gone down. A fucking cult? You know how hard it will be for you to work after this, Michelle? Once this federal lawsuit goes down? Your name's fucking mentioned in the lawsuit. The lawsuit is the Kingdom of God Global Church, ETAL, which means the people of the church. So, yeah, she's in love with David. Yeah, see, hey there. You get one from your church. Yep. If you donate over a certain amount per year, the church has to send you one by law. They can't not send you a 990. That's exactly what David does.
On the 990. If it's over a certain amount.
If it's over $499, I think is what it is. Once it hits $500, they have to send out a 990.
And you didn't bring any of that?
No, we've already supplied all that. Now, in terms of the envelopes and things like that, if I had it within my possession, I would have. I don't have that.
Who has it?
If we had it, we would have supplied it to you, is what I'm saying. We do not have it.
You don't have deposit tickets?
We have deposit tickets that were supplied in the bank statements, or should have supplied, but that was sent to.
I didn't.
Agent, good to see you tonight in the chat, man. How you doing tonight, brother? Good to see you, Kid Frost. I see you too, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Tom, David. Good to see you guys in the chat tonight, man. David, Agent, Kid Frost, good to see you. Yeah, she's in love with David. Yep. You see what had happened was Jesus told me to scam you. Right? Yeah. This is what happens, man. This is what happens.
David Potts. That box of,
A box?
it was a box of bank statements that you guys required, like 5 stacks of all of our bank statements for like 3 years.
And so
And so
Mr.
it was-
Potts has those?
We sent it to him. We sent him by accident, as I stated earlier.
Want to go off the record for a second?
We're going off the record. It is 9:41 a.m.
I would love to fucking see those bank records, man. I would love to fucking pick apart those records.
This is going to make...
We are back on the record. It is 9:55 a.m.
Mr. Polling, you were finding out about the documents?
My assistant's gonna pick up the documents from Mr. Potts' office and bring them out here,
Any idea time frame?
probably an hour, roughly.
But from what Mr. Potts said, they're not indexed or organized in a meaningful...
Some of them are. They are broken down according to, there's one document related to a letter of credit, he said, and there were some credit card statements, and then some bank statements, but he didn't analyze.
Michelle has a resting bitch face. Look at her. That's her resting bitch face right there. Look at her. Looks like the Wicked Witch of the fucking West, man. Look at her. That's her resting bitch face. I'm miserable. I got sucked into a fucking cult. My life sucks now. It looks like it got switched back over to the church, Kid Frost. It looks like they might have switched it back over to the church, which was smart. It's fucking smart of her to get it out of her fucking name. That was the smartest thing for her to do. She listened to us. I think she's like, yeah, I probably should get it out of my name. Because actually, you guys, hang on. What I have here, all right, this is the IRS code for a church law. It's not, this isn't the whole church law. It's just situations, things like that. It talks about how, a church law, tax exempt church should be ran, right? This is just more of guidelines, okay? This right here, this isn't everything that church tax law has to offer, all right? This is just off the IRS website. I printed it out. It's about 40 pages, all right? And it talks about everything. It's a publication, basically. Explains the benefits, all right? Benefits, responsibilities under federal tax systems for church and religious organizations, all right? What I found in here, I find very, very fucking interesting, all right? And it has to do with parsonages, all right? Hear me out. While I shuffle through the papers. That's not it. There's a lot of shit that has to do in here with how a parsonage is supposed to be split up, though. And I put a big fucking star by it too. Here it is. Okay, parsonage or housing allowance. This is on page 22. All right, and this is just, you can look this up on the IRS website. I did because I wanted to fucking know what the fuck I was talking about. Parsonage or housing allowances, all right? Special rules for compensation of ministers. I'm not going to go to withholding income tax for ministers because it's too... I hate getting into that fucking bullshit, but I'm getting more into like, what kind of parsonage should this asshole own, right? So I found something about parsonage or housing allowance. And this is what it says. Generally, a minister's gross income does not include the fair rental value of a home or parsonage provided, or housing allowance paid as part of the ministry's compensation for services performed that are ordinarily duties of the ministry. A minister who has furnished a parsonage may exclude from income their fair rental value of the parsonage, including utilities. However, I highlighted it. However, the amount excluded can't be more than the reasonable pay for the minister's services. The amount excluded can't be more than the reasonable pay for the minister's services. So David should be living on the fucking street in a cardboard box, in my opinion. Because David isn't holding any fucking services. It's a full-blown fucking cult. And the government grants the organization of fucking numerous fucking tax exemption numbers. The fuck is going on here, everybody? Yeah. Right here, guys. No bullshit. This is it, right here. There's all kinds of shit in here I highlighted. Let's see. Books and accounting. Required bookkeeping requirements. All tax-exempt organizations, including churches and religious organizations, regardless of whether tax-exempt status has been officially recognized by the IRS, are required to maintain books of accounting and other records necessary to justify their claim for exemption in the event of an audit. See special rules limiting IRS authority to audit a church. There's the fucking gray area right fucking there. Tax-exempt organizations are also required to maintain books and records that are necessary to accurately file any federal tax and information returns that may be required. There is no specific format for keeping records. However, the types of required records frequently include organizing documents, charter, constitution, articles of incorporation, and bylaws, minutes, books, property records, general ledgers, receipts, and a bunch of fucking payroll, banking records, all that other bullshit. Basically saying, hey, you have to keep records, but you don't. That's what this fucking says. It's like, you don't need to keep records, but hey, you do. Yeah, Michelle's all in charge of all this bullshit. This is real shit. Like, this is coming from the IRS, but let's get back into her fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Be organized or whatever.
Okay. All right, back to the question on number 4. So, in terms of pledges made during crusades or whenever that would have happened, what is your answer in terms of where those documents would be?
What I'm saying is it may not be a document. If Debbie verbalized that she wanted to do a pledge to, and that was documented or written down, oh, she wants to do a pledge, let me take that down. If she called in a pledge, that would have been documented that way. I don't know how she made that pledge.
But did you look for that?
I did, yes, I looked for it to see if there was any physical.
Hey, agent. Hey, that's a good point, because you know what, agent? They're getting fucking sued right now, dude. They're getting sued right now big time in federal court, man. They're not getting sued small time, man. They're getting sued big time this time. The stage company is taking them to court, man. That stage company is taking them to court, and they are going to fucking, no doubt, get fucking their asses handed to them, which I'm sure we all can't wait. I hope they put his ass in fucking prison, man. I hope they put his ass in fucking jail. Cat mom in the motherfucking house. Cat mom in the house. Yeah, I wish she would have dug into Michelle the way she did David, man. I really do. I would have loved to see her fucking dig into Michelle. I really would have. I don't know why she did it. Maybe she felt sorry for Michelle. She probably did. I think we all feel sorry for Michelle in a sense, because she knows we know you're fucked in this cult, Michelle. It sucks. It sucks to see her, because you could have so much more going for you than this asshole that doesn't. Michelle, David doesn't care about you.
Cool documentation that showed a pledge. I do not find anything. I could not find anything that said a pledge.
What is seed referring to?
It's the Bible refers to sowing a seed, so it refers to any type of contribution or something of that nature.
And what's a promise seed?
that she's something that she would guarantee.
They don't even know.
Promise to sow this seed.
Okay.
No, Jon Snow, I want to keep it kind of mixed up a little bit, jumping back and forth, kind of, mix it up a little bit. We'll talk about David for a little bit. And, there's some people in here with some questions about David. Yeah, no, we're going to kind of jump around, man, for sure. I want to keep it interesting. I don't want to get bored on one article. So we did a little bit of David earlier, and now we're jumping over to Michelle's because there was somebody in here asking about Michelle. Michelle's no fucking pastor. Yeah, right. She could have been, probably. She could have probably been.
Okay,
Or
and
this gift.
okay, we'll get back to that. But you didn't bring anything that relates to those promise seeds, pledges.
I brought you what I had, and I do not have those things.
Well, if somebody
in my
said I'm going to make
possession.
a promise seed or pledge at the June Crusade, there'd be some evidence of that, wouldn't there?
Well, it's possible you have the evidence. If it's written down on that, it's possible somebody called. She may have called and said, Ashley, I want to make a promise seed, and Ashley typed it in, and that's what you have there.
No, actually, this is from July when it arrived, but we don't have anything
No, Winslow.
that shows in June when she made the promise or the pledge.
And I don't have any of that either. So
Who
that's what
would?
I'm saying. I don't know if anybody would, because I checked. I asked everybody. Nobody seemed to know what it was. I believe it was a conversation that Debbie actually had with Ashley and said, this is for my promissory. But that is, I don't know.
And who is it?
She starts talking about it, says, but I don't know. Well, you just talked about it a whole bunch. I'm sure you fucking do know, Michelle. Why are you sitting here lying in a deposition? Because David told you to say, oh, you could just tell him to ask Ashley. Ask Ashley. We need to get a picture of Michelle that says ask Ashley now. That'd be the shit, right? Start fucking wearing that shit around. You need to ask Ashley now because, yeah. Because I don't know anything either.
Is Ashley where?
She's our bookkeeper.
And where is she physically?
She's physically in St. Louis, but she's currently bedridden because she's pregnant.
Where does she work out of?
You asked that earlier at the 5209 Trail Oaks.
Doesn't matter whether or not you fucking asked it earlier. Just answer the fucking question, Michelle, all right? You're not there to fucking gaslight the lawyer like your asshole fucking boyfriend, David, okay? Just answer the fucking question. That's it. You don't got to gaslight her. She's smarter than you.
She works at the same with Angel and Bashira,
She works there, yes.
but does not live there.
She does not live there.
All right, then we asked for all paperwork reflecting the $7,500 deposit made into the bank account ending 2449 on August 27th, 2014. Not limited to copies of the checks, tithe envelopes, deposit tickets, paperwork, showing how much was deposited, deposit ledgers, general ledgers, notes, spreadsheets, anything and all information that will show the source of the $7,500 donated to JMMI on August 27th, 2014. And what did you bring?
Let's see what they brought.
Here we go.
See, this is the shit that interests me the most. Where's all the fucking money coming from? They're saying they got all this money, but they can't show any fucking receipts for it. And you guys are bringing it up a good point. Like, funny, Kid Frost, like how nobody in this cult can explain anything about the fucking finances.
I think you took it back.
Anybody else find that odd but me?
I think was it one sheet? Okay, can we have this marked, please, as, is it 2 sheets?
No, those are 2 separate.
That's what I said, is it 2 sheets? Who does the banking?
Referencing what? Banking?
Depositing checks.
That would be La Marcia McDonald.
La
La
Marcia.
Marcia?
It's La Marcia. Ashley Ware will make deposits.
That way David
And
can buy more.
You supervise and oversee these people.
I do.
Mark them both 2-1 and 2-2, just so that they're listed.
I'm sorry, where'd you make it?
They're both 2-1 and 2-2, just so they're not, you know, if they get lost, we'll know they're part of the same.
Remember, she's a supervisor, right? But she doesn't know shit about what's going on with the money. Some kind of fucking supervisor you are, Michelle. What's up, girl? Come on, man. You're supposed to be a supervisor, and you don't know shit about the finances, Michelle? Come on. You expect us to believe you? Come on.
I'm going to ask you to identify Deposition Exhibit 2-1 and then Deposition Exhibit 2-2.
Okay, the deposition 2-1 is a counter credit. Looks like it was a deposit made
It was a counter credit.
for $7,500 on 8/27/2014.
And at what bank
Bank of America.
and where?
Now that's unsure. They have Missouri circled, but it says out-of-state counter deposit, so I'm not sure.
It says out-of-state counter deposit.
That's what it says here.
Okay, and can you identify the other one?
This is Exhibit 2-2, and this just shows us.
Okay, Cat Mom, you bring up a good question. I'm in with you because all the shit they do is all tied up in real estate, right? I'm still trying to dig up those fucking real estate records for that purchase, but it's been harder than I think. That the JMMI building, y'all, it really was. They fucking sold it to themselves, man. They sold that building to themselves out from under the JMMI name. No bullshit. I'm going to do some more research on the county appraisal district, see if I can't find the tax records for that place. I'll find it. I'll find them. And I'll find out how it was done. And it'll show how they moved the building out of their name into the church's other name. It's all there. We just got to find the paperwork, man. They sold it to themselves. They sold it to themselves, though, Cat Mom. Sure did. Probably because this fucking lawsuit. They knew what was coming. They're like, fuck, we better dump some shit and get it out of our name. See what's going on here? This is their get down, man. They bankrupt names. Switching tax ID numbers, shit like that, you know? Yeah, how's that matching living, Michelle?
Summary of the counter credit that was done.
$20,320 Superior Road, Cat Mom.
Credit for what?
The $7,500.
$7,500.
Is that related to 2-1?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's not dated the same.
What's your understanding of what a counter credit is?
That somebody would go in and make a deposit over the counter.
Is it unusual that there would be one check deposited at a time?
Meaning deposited by whom?
JMMI.
It's possible.
Look, now she's here playing fucking dumb. This is what... Michelle, are you really this dumb? Or do you just play dumb so people think you're dumb? It's like she's really misdirecting right now. She's trying to fucking misdirect the questions. He probably told her just to fucking stonewall him. Stonewall him. You don't got to say shit to him. Push it off to Ashley or somebody. Push it off to somebody else in the ministry. Just don't say shit. Exactly what he told her. I wonder what Michelle thought when she saw David's deposition. The fact that Michelle knows that David threw her under the bus. And you know what's even better now, y'all? You know what's even better? Fuck yeah, Kid Frost. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, why do you think they weren't making payments, dude, the whole time? Dude, dude, we can pull up the fucking county appraisal records and look at the fucking real estate deals and look at the dates on the fucking lawsuit and see why they weren't paying the fucking bill, dude. Straight up, bro. That's why they're in this lawsuit, dude. Fuck yeah, they're funding the money through real estate. Every piece of real estate, that's where the money's at. Yep. No, they knew that fucking lawsuit was coming, dude. On the books, probably fucking nothing, really. She's probably never filed a W-2, man. 990, she's probably never been given any kind of tax return for this place. If there was, she should. It would be public because she's part of the church. She's a public figure, right? She's not in the church. It would her shit should be fucking on the books. Fuck yeah, through real estate, Kid Frost. It's the only way it could be done, dude. That's why I also think there's human trafficking going on. Dude, he got a fucking... dude, this just screams fucking real estate fraud, man. And he's using all these different tax ID numbers to do it. He's big time pushing it through real estate. That's the only way, man. It's a lot of money, dude. Look at all the money he's pushed around, Kid Frost. You know what I'm saying, brother? Like, look at all the money that he's pushed around through the real estate with, like, all the purchases, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, all the purchases that he's done recently with the properties, man. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Just in properties, like the asset value. I mean, dude, you put all the properties together, man. 30, 40 million probably, dude. And overall assets and shit like that. Those properties, I mean, they're worth a lot, but some of them need work. But everything's tied up in real estate, man. Yep. It really is. And that's where it's going to go down, is this real estate. If ever the government goes after him, they'd be like, yeah, look at all this fucking real estate this asshole bought up. Yeah, can you make it any more fucking obvious, David? We're going to buy up all the real estate because they're not going to notice that. Yep, no, we noticed it, David. We noticed your bullshit. You can't take all the exemptions. Yeah, same concept. It's all fucking money laundering. It's all huge money laundering. And you know what? Scientology's going down in a big fucking way right now, too, which is totally fucking rad, man. Totally fucking radical. I've been following some shit on Scientology, man, and those motherfuckers are going down. David Miscavige has actually been summoned by the court to fucking show his face because he's fucking hiding. Like a fucking little whiny bitch like David. Piece of shit. The two Davids are hiding. David Taylor and David Miscavige are hiding from the fucking government. Real shit. David Miscavige hasn't been seen in fucking years, man. He hasn't been seen in a long time. And, yeah, it's the amount of money. It's the amount of money. You know, and Cut the Supreme, it's like, why the fuck do they need all these fucking houses? You look at Scientology and Sea Org, all those kids were fucking trapped, like part of the fucking growing up of Scientology, man. Some sick shit. Same concept. Yep. Yeah, Shelly Miscavige, yeah, they're looking for her, man. You guys want to talk about real shit? Here, this is what I think. What I know about Scientology and the fucked upness of it, right? This is what I think. I think, okay, because Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, right, they got married in the Church of fucking Scientology, right? Tom Cruise at a fucking Scientology wedding. The fucking dumb fuck. Right. Tom Cruise has a Scientology wedding. And this is just what I think, man. I think there was some kind of fucking twisted, like, love triangle going on with all four of them. Shelly, fucking Katie, Tom, and David. Something happened there, man. Something happened with that dynamic. That I don't know what, but that is the first gut feeling that I get when I hear about Shelly Miscavige not showing her face, Katie Holmes divorcing Tom Cruise being fucking David Miscavige's fucking little shadow fucking bitch boy. It doesn't make sense, and it screams fucking red flags. It really does. Shelly not showing her face, weird shit. And the cool thing about Scientology is that it's not gaining and people are leaving. at Scientology, yeah, Scientology, man. For that to happen to Scientology, not good. It has to maintain its membership just like David's does in order for it to fucking prosper. Scientology's going down in a big way, man.
JMMI we get offerings all the time, various, and we get offering today, and if it's one check, we'll make that deposit. If we get 5 offerings or 5 checks, we'll make the deposit with all 5 checks. So it varies.
Is it typical or very frequent that you have a 1 check deposit?
It's hard for me to ascertain. I mean, it's frequent. It happens often. I mean, we get maybe one person will wire money, or one person will call in a donation, one person will give a credit card information.
But those wouldn't be deposits.
One person will make a deposit. It does happen.
What's up, Dino?
And is Exhibit 2-1 the deposit slip, or what is that?
It's not the deposit slip. It looks like it was a statement that we pulled off of the online banking that showed that it had been deposited, what it was. It says account or credit, the amount it was, and then this is the information that we received. It's listed on there, I don't know.
What's your understanding of that notation here, according to the bottom of the...
Whoever deposited this account or this money would have probably filled this out, because this came from them. This is a copy of their deposit.
Do you recognize that handwriting?
I do not.
You don't know that to be Marcia's or Ashley's?
That's not Marcia's, nor is it Ashley's.
So the Saks app pings me when something I want's in stock. Oh, I love these.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Defeat allergy headaches fast with new Flonase headache and allergy relief.
2 pills relieve allergy headache pain.
And the congestion that causes it. Flonase headache and allergy relief. All good.
Really makes you wonder, like, how she knows anything about what's going on in this place. You're saying, oh, well, that's not hers. It's not. I don't know whose it is.
Who else would do deposits? Is it yours?
Anybody can anybody can make deposits.
Anybody?
If they have your account information, I make deposits to, my daughter's account, my mom and dad's account.
No, I'm asking who within your organization has authority to handle the money and make deposits.
Well, anybody can make deposits. If anybody has your account information.
I'm not asking theoretically. In your organization, who do you authorize to carry the money to the bank or make the deposits?
Well, if somebody made a deposit on our behalf and it was our, account, we received the money in, then Marcia or Ashley would go to the bank and make that deposit.
The fuck out of here, Michelle. You're such a liar. You're such a fucking liar, dude. Come on, Michelle. You're trying to act smarter than you really are. You're sounding just as dumb as David now. If it was ours, well then Marcia or Ashley could do it. But I don't know shit about the account, even though David fucking threw me under the bus like 20 fucking times.
If we did not receive the money and somebody else made the deposit as a donation, anybody can make that donation.
How would they get your bank account number?
They can call and ask for it if they want to make a deposit.
Good. Everybody fucking start calling and ask for their fucking bank account number, since apparently they'll fucking give out their bank account number to make a fucking deposit. I'd really like to have that bank account number.
Someone could call your office and ask for your bank account number.
Absolutely.
And you would give that out?
Well, it depends. It depends on who it is.
Michelle, can I have your bank account number? I would love to have your bank account number. I could buy more Krispy Kreme donuts with it.
It would depend on who it is. If they have that information previously, if it's somebody who's wired money into our account, they would have that information. We have a number of people that have wired money into our account that have given large donations over the past.
So people do wire money into these people's account, into this fucking cult's account. They've wired large amounts of money They didn't then notice how she didn't say it was a donation or a deposit. She just said they wired large amounts of money. So got you there, Michelle.
Okay, we'll get back to that. All documentation, this is number 6, which evidences Deborah Frazier's contribution of funds towards the cost of JMMI's legal bills.
Okay, I don't have that she supplied anything for our legal bills. I mean, I have money that we issued checks directly into whichever, attorney that we hired.
All right, so you don't have any documentation.
Whatever you do, don't give the money to Frank. Frank and Lisa Trucking, they'll use it for gas.
That she's provided you with payment for the legal bills?
No, we've paid our own legal bills.
We'll get back to that. All right, these were items that were previously subpoenaed or ordered to be produced and have not been received. Some of them may be duplicative of what we just talked about. Bank of America statements for account ending 9203.
It's these ones right here.
Different bank account numbers too. Listen how many bank account numbers they have. Fucking numerous.
Is there any reason why we didn't get these before?
Well, it's a canceled account. We don't have, it's no longer in existence. It's closed account.
Is it your understanding those are 2013, 14, and 15?
She just farted right there. That's why she leaned over. She's like, she probably just gassed him right there. Oh, man. No, they absolutely can't. Like, you're right, Cutlass Supreme. Like, if they're using nonprofit funds for these lawyers, that's illegal as fuck. Yeah, they can't be using nonprofit funds for lawyers. They better be using funds for fucking private fund, their own money for this shit. Yeah, if they're using funds for the church, from the church, that's what I'm wondering. Like, who's gonna start paying for all these federal fucking lawyers? Like David's fucking nonprofit funds. Like, man, they're gonna have a fucking field day if they find out he starts paying the fucking lawyers with nonprofit funds. He's just gonna dig his hole even fucking deeper. Frank the Tank Richardson. Frank the Tank Richardson and his slut truck driving wife Lisa. Yeah, she services the trucks and the drivers while she's driving at the same time. Lisa's been busy though.
There wouldn't be 2015 because it's a canceled account, it's a closed account. And it's my knowledge that you guys asked for, the bank statements that we had on record. So whatever we had for 29203, we supplied to you.
Did you?
We supplied to you and we gave to you.
Why did you cancel that account?
I don't have that knowledge. I don't know.
You weren't involved in that?
I was not.
Who would have been?
I don't know.
Is this before? Well, let me ask you, when did you start working for them?
I'm volunteer, and I started working for them December 2012.
You started being employed?
I was volunteer.
See, here's the thing, right? Kid Frost, when somebody gives to the church, right, that money's already taxed, right? Like, it gets reported. And that's what Hey There was saying earlier. Like, at the end of the year, the church has to send you that form that shows how much you've given over so you can file it against your taxes, because it's like write-off and shit. If you donate to the church, you can write off a certain portion of it as like a donation. You can, like your Goodwill and shit like that. You know what else you can fucking write off? Like, is fucking lottery tickets, dude. You guys, if like you play lottery, you want to do so many per year, but you can actually take your scratchers to the fucking tax. You can, and it's like you get like a fucking third of a cent per scratcher or some bullshit. It's not a lot. You have to have a lot of scratchers, and I think you can max out at like, and it might be different state to state, I'm not sure, but you can actually take back your old fucking scratchers and get a tax write-off on those guys. No bullshit. But yeah, with what Kid Frost is saying, Elijah T, what's up, man? Good to have you in the chat. Seeing your first time here. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight? Yeah, Elijah, she's a fucking scam artist. You're absolutely right. She is. She's just as bad as David. The Kardashians have a fucking church. The fucking church of Botox and fucking shit for brains. Fuck. Yeah, it really is. It's just a way to launder money, man. It's a way to clean money. Christine Spencer, a church of 501c3. If you label it as a nonprofit, as a church, yeah, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking license to steal. But when you're doing what David's doing and you have people out here to uncover it, yeah, good to have you, man. Hit that like and subscribe, Elijah T. I've been doing lives kind of every night. I just got a new setup, and I was just going to do lives Friday, but I'm like, fuck, man, I got a new setup. I might as well start doing lives again and start talking about the bullshit that these assholes are doing. They're in a federal lawsuit right now, Elijah T. They're in a lot of trouble, man. They're not looking good. They've been pulling a lot of shit the last few years, and it looks like they finally bit the big one this time. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. He's got to buy his way out of this federal lawsuit with the stage company he just fucked over, so he's not doing too well, man. He's gonna be fucking begging for fucking prison when the fucking lawyers are done with him. See you, Kid Frost. Oh, right on, Elijah. Right on, right on. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, no, he's in some deep shit, man. He's in some deep shit right now, dude. And I can't wait till I just can't wait till they fucking bust his ass, man. They need to. They need to go in and just bust everybody here and just be done with it. Yep. Good night, Kid Frost. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Elijah. Yeah, got convicted of laundering money, man. And it can be done, man. And once you become a church, once you get that fucking church, that religious exemption, it's like all that shit goes away. It really does, dude. It's like all the money laundering, it goes away. Yeah, same, Kid Frost. Hope to see you next live, man. Good to see you, brother. But yeah, Elijah T. These guys are in deep shit right now, man. They're not in good shape. And Michelle's probably fucking shitting bricks right now too. She's got to be. She's in on the lawsuit. It says Kingdom of God Global Church and the people of the church. So whoever's involved in that church they're gonna probably question. I mean, what's really nice about it too is David has pretty much built his entire case online. If the prosecutors want to do, like, all they got to do is find the right videos. And there's videos on here that, like, one video could build their case. So all they would need is one video, and they'd be like, okay, yeah, let's go and start questioning about all these things right here. Not Kent, good to have you guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. It's getting 10 o'clock hour. But yeah, I'm curious as to, like, what's going to happen with these prosecutors when they start questioning him. Is he going to fucking fold? Is Michelle going to fold? Joseph? You know? Who's going to be the first to fold in this house of cards, man? That's what I'm curious about. Who's going to be the first to fold? I think in the end. What do you guys think? You think it's going to be Michelle, David, Joseph, Tony? I think if it's anyone, I think it'll be Michelle if she's given the right push. Elijah, stay away from there, man. Honestly, like, just be careful, all right? Just be careful. Y'all still hear me all right? Yeah, we want to be careful. We want to be careful. Yeah. Yeah. There's people all over the place, man, watching this guy. There's people all over watching David, you know, and oh, I thought you meant you were going to stop by the cult headquarters and see what's happened more often. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't. No, everybody. Yeah, you know, we don't want anybody going near this cult, you know. But yeah, stop by and hear more often, man. For sure, yeah. Be back here. My bad, dude. I thought you could stop by the cult headquarters. Like, no. Sorry, man. My bad. But yeah, no. We would love to have you in and have you chat and engage and talk to us about what you think is going on, you know, really. Yeah, nobody's forced to be here, man. It's just I put the lives up, you know, so. And we've just been kind of talking about the dynamics. We're starting over from day one, filling in the holes. I would like to eventually to just go into the Harold Lewis lawsuit because that could be a whole fucking episode in and of itself, that Harold Lewis case. And it's over this residential center. 15400 Tim Page, right? The one that was mentioned in the deposition. That one was a clusterfuck. I'm going to still see about getting those public records too if I can, about seeing what kind of filings were happening during that case and see if I can't get those records. And if I can get those, I'll digitalize them and I'll put them up somewhere. But those records are going to be key, I think, in the Harold Lewis case. But some of those, they might be private. They might be private records. I don't know, because the case was settled anonymously out of court. I think right when about David was about to get his ass handed to him by the judge. So, yeah, hit the bell. Hit the bell on the subscription on YouTube. Make sure the bell's filled in. That way you get the notification. Yeah, I've been doing lives every week because I just got a new setup and everything from one of the subscribers that was watching me do work and shit, and they wanted to help the channel, so they donated a seat of a tower to the channel, so bringing more content out to everybody because it's needed to stop this guy. You know, a lot of people have just done like videos about him, you know, but nobody's ever really took the time to sit here and start picking apart him brick by brick and pulling apart his cult, right? They have in the past with other cults, but now we know the behavior and the bite model of cults and what they do and their focus. We live in a digital age, man. We're sitting here fucking picking this place apart. We know it's a money laundering cult. We know there's a sexual dynamic to it. We know David travels around the world to fucking sleep with women. We know this. Yeah, if you guys are subscribing and you're not getting notifications, make sure the little bell is clicked in, okay? Yeah, and that's going to be it for the night, you guys. I want to say thank you. David did, and for closing, because the live was about this tonight. David's lying to his followers right now about Rosh Hashanah, right? He's saying he's running lives and all this stuff, and people are like, is this live? I've been seeing a lot of people, and I know there's people from David's cult that comes out and watch my channel. If anybody is believing that David is running lives, he's not. You guys won't see David right now. Why? One, he's hiding from the federal courts. Bottom line, he's hiding. He's not going to show his face, and Michelle's no doubt helping keep him hid. If anybody, he's hiding very effectively. He is hiding very effectively. Yeah, Christine, it had to keep going. We had to keep going with him. We can't stop with him until he stopped completely. That's what it takes to stop a cult. You can't stop until it's brought down completely. This federal case, I'm still not convinced that it's done until it's done, right? Like, he could fucking get off on this one for all we know. We don't know. But there's a lot of shit going on that there's too much shit going on right now. This is not going to be good for him. So in closing, anybody who thinks David is live or doing any new content, he's absolutely not. He's hiding to every single one of his followers. And he will continue to lie to you guys until you guys start questioning him. Matching down in Florida, guess what? It's probably going to get fucking flooded. David, you got a lot of work to do down there now for sure. So with that being said, man, y'all, thanks for being here. Have a good night. David, we're watching you still.